Reason why Captain Ibrahim Traore visited Ghana, part 2. The political elites in Burkina Faso wanted change of government in Ghana badly than anybody. Let me help you guys understand. I hope you guys remember when the former president of Ghana, Nana Addo, went to US and complained to Anthony Blinken that the Wagner Group is operating on the northern borders of Ghana in Burkina Faso, and that was a threat to Ghana national security. This created some kind of tension between Russia and Ghana, Burkina Faso and Ghana, especially Burkina Faso and Ghana. The last thing that Burkina Faso want to actually worry about is to have a neighbor who is a threat to them. Though the former administration sent a delegation to Burkina Faso to apologize, but Burkina Faso was still skeptical. In short, Captain Ibrahim Traore still didn't trust the previous administration because the previous administration allowed United States to build a military base in Ghana. The whole of Kotoka Terminal 1 was given to United States to establish a military base here. Vladimir Putin himself accused the previous administration that they allowed United States and France to establish biolabs in Ghana here. So when you connect the dots, Ghana was a clear threat to Burkina Faso. So Captain Ibrahim Traore coming to Ghana was in the best interest of Burkina Faso. Burkina Faso is already fighting with France, America, UK. So it is in the best interest of Burkina Faso to actually maintain a good relationship with their neighbors. The last thing they want to do is to have a neighbor who is a threat to them. No, they don't want that. So now the big question is, how sure is Traore or Burkina Faso that the current administration will not go in the direction of the previous administration? Traore trusts Mahama because they share the same ideology. Mahama is a socialist. John Dramani Mahama is an expert in geopolitics. Even before Traore was born, even before I was born, the man was ahead of his generation when he became president. And I challenge everybody here to go back and watch John Dramani Mahama UN speech 2016. John Dramani Mahama is a product of the Soviet Union. And that is one of the main reasons why when he launched his book, My First Coup d'etat, he decided to go to Russia and translate his book into Russian language because he said it openly that he got most of his ideology and principles from the Soviet Union under President Gorbachev. You can go to johndramanimahama.org. It is there. You can read it for yourself. Remember, I told you that John Dramani Mahama is a socialist. He's not a capitalist because he came from the CPP. He came from Kwame Nkrumah political party. So John Dramani Mahama was never an NDC man. He was CPP. So Rawlings brought him to NDC because obviously CPP was not coming back to power. Look, let me repeat this. Don't expect John Dramani Mahama to go in the direction that Captain Ibrahim Traore is going because it will not work. Because Traore is a revolutionary government. He can order everything. But John Dramani Mahama was elected. So you have to go through process. And that is why I refuse to actually condemn or criticize Senegal president. I refuse because the direction that people want the guy to go, it is impossible because he was elected. He didn't come to power through, coup d'etat. So there is a big difference here. Both JDM and Traore are going to use different formulas, but they're going to get the same answer. I don't know if you guys understand the point I'm trying to make here. Look, don't expect John Dramani Mahama to take a microphone and announce to the whole country or the whole world that I am making America and the West my enemy. That is not going to happen because Ghana economy is tied to the West. So him trying to decouple right away is going to crash the economy. And he's not going to do that. He's going to do it gradually. Captain Ibrahim Traore is using Vladimir Putin's strategy. Do you see, when Putin took over, Russia-China relationship was not good. So instead of Putin to continue seeing China as Russia's enemy, he decided to make peace with China because China was never a threat to them. So instead of worrying about China, he decided to maintain a good relationship with China. Finally, somewhere in 2006, then he decided to focus on his number one enemy. And that is exactly what Traore is trying to do here. Because Burkina Faso is limited in resource, and they are going to be exhausted when they have too many enemies, especially on their borders. So they can't fight in multiple war fronts. So the best way is for Burkina Faso to resolve some of the issues through a non-violent means and continue with the Western America. It doesn't make sense for Burkina Faso and Ghana to be enemies. You see, Burkina Faso and Ghana, our economy is intertwined. We help Burkina Faso help Ghana. For example, Burkina Faso remains one of the highest producers of vegetable across West Africa. And Ghana rely on Burkina Faso, especially for tomatoes. Burkina Faso is a landlocked country, and most of their goods, they ship them through Ghana. So it is wise for us to maintain a good relationship and not to be seen as enemies. And I also think the current president of Ghana also realized that it was also in the best interest of Ghana to maintain peace between Ghana and Burkina Faso, because if we don't maintain peace, we will allow the superpowers to use our countries as a battlefield. Yes, Ghana economy is already a mess. The whole country is already a mess, and the last thing we want to do is to, be fighting against each other here. It doesn't make any sense. Well, I asked you guys that if you wanted part two of this video, let me know in the comment section. And over 1,000 comments, most of them were part two, part two, part two, part two. I don't know if you guys are still interested in this particular topic. Type part 3 in the comment section, and I'll dive more deep. Shalom. See you guys in the next episode.